Hello everyone, it's Danielle Iwata here, and I want to make a very important video. In the SayAbc hiring process, your interview and your demo are the most important parts. Why? Because depending on how you do in your interview and most importantly your demo, it determines if you move on to the next parts of the process or if the process stops there. With the interview and demo, there are now two options that you can choose from. You could do either live or recorded. Live means, with a person face-to-face in the headquarter offices, a real-time interview, or a recorded is where you go and record yourself on the SayAbc platform using their software and you submit that recording and as your interview and demo. So I wanted to talk with you guys about the pros and the cons, what the live is like and what the recorded is like, and depending on what your goals are or what you think would be best for you, you could choose the best option. And I'm also going to do a quick walkthrough of how you can go about booking your live or your recorded interview on the SayAbc platform. Now let's just set some things very clear. There is no leg up depending on if you do the live or recorded. You're not going to have a better chance of getting hired if you choose one option or the other. It is basically what you prefer. So no matter which method you choose, it is the same thing. You have PDF with 3 separate lessons. You choose one of those 3 to demo in your interview. It's the same thing. The interview, it's the same basic standard questions for live or recorded. Let's talk about the options with a live interview. So the live interview is with a person one-on-one in headquarters in China. Keep in mind that when you do a live interview, it is at headquarters, so it's an office, there's things going on, it's busy, and that might be a distraction for you. If you feel like you would jive better with a one-on-one person. I had Amanda as my interviewer. It was fun. She pretended to be a child. It was so funny. But on the flip side, it might be a little bit awkward. A live adult Chinese person pretending to be 5 years old, and that might throw you off your game a little bit. So it could be a pro or a con for the live interview. If you want answers right away, if you do your live interview, usually you kind of know right then and there if you're gonna pass or fail. If that's what you prefer, if you prefer a human person, go with a live, that's great. Let's talk about the recorded interview. The recorded interview is like what it sounds. You record yourself teaching the exact same lesson. You choose one of the 3 lessons on the SayAbc platform. The only difference is there's nobody there. You record it in the platform itself. What are the benefits of a recorded interview? First of all, if you feel like you would get thrown off by an adult Chinese person pretending to be a child and you would just rather be talking to an empty room, go with the recorded. You could kind of pace your timing and you could literally be practicing the same recording on your own time and then just do it in the SayAbc platform and the timing will be fine. However, it might be a little bit awkward. There's nobody there and they still want you to pretend that there's a student there and even correct mistakes, like fake mistakes. So, it could be weird or it could be a plus for you. Also, a benefit of the recorded interview is that there might be less distractions or problems. There won't be any feedback or any background noise. So if you do the recorded, there's nobody there. So it's just you yourself recording it by yourself. So if you feel like that's the option for you, go with that. So now what I want to do, I'm actually going to shoot us forward into the platform to just demonstrate to you what it looks like and what you can expect no matter which interview option you choose, whether it's live or recorded. So let's go forward into the platform. What your screen would look like. You've already passed the application process and you've signed up. You can see your name in the top corner, your time, the Beijing time, and you could see the options to choose self-recorded interview, or at the bottom it says do a live interview. So let's say you want to schedule a time for a live interview. You would click that. That would actually bring you to the SayAbc website and it would have the option interview. There's live interview or self-recorded interview. click the live interview and note right away they confirm your time zone. So whatever your time zone is, set it there. Very important. Set your time zone to whatever your time zone is. You can click change time zone and change it to whatever your time zone is. In my case, Eastern Standard. And then all of the times in the portal reflect the Eastern Standard Time. This is very important. Why? You choose a time to sign up for your interview on the portal. But what happens is when you confirm it, they send you a confirmation email. And the time is actually in Beijing time. SayAbc has the policy that Beijing time shall prevail.
Beijing time shall prevail.
It prevails. Beijing time prevails. It makes sense because something has to be the standard time. So for the company, all communications from them will be in Beijing Standard Time. So don't get it confused. The email they send you is China time, but remember the time that you signed up in the portal. I've had a couple of my friends and referrals missed their interview because they got it confused because the company sent them the China time, so they entered the China time, but then at that point they've already missed their interview. So pay attention to the time that you sign up for in your portal. That is the time. Don't worry about the email they send you. That's in China time. All right, let's go back into the portal. So here, there's a bunch of options. Yellow means something that is available. So let's say you want to click 6 p.m. on Thursday, August 2nd. Let's suppose that. Or whatever time. So you click a time. So you click that time, 6 p.m. Okay, confirm. Then when you scroll to the bottom, it says you are booking an interview Thursday, August 2nd at 6 p.m. Blah, blah, blah. Once you click submit, it will have a confirmation box and your interview is confirmed. So that is how you would schedule your live interview. Remember, please, it is the time that you selected, your time zone. Don't get thrown off. The interview will be done in the SayAbc platform, not on a website, so make sure you enter your platform. You can enter your live class up to 1 hour before the interview time. Your interviewer would show up in the platform as the student, and that's how you teach the lesson live with them. Now let's go forward into what would happen if you chose the recorded option. So again, the same screen. What if you clicked self-recorded interview? You click that. This will actually bring you to an IT test right away. They check your speakers, your microphone, your camera, and your Wi-Fi. So just click Start Test. It's going to ask you to check your speaker. If you can hear the sound, you click I can hear. You test your microphone, blah, 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 blah. Make sure that the bars come up, that your microphone is working. And then you test your camera. This is a test, just make sure your camera is fine. With SayAbc, they don't actually want you to be using ManyCam or any other software. It really messes with the platform. So make sure ManyCam, any external webcam software is disabled. They just want your camera. So your camera is working, and then you will go on to your network test. This just tests the Wi-Fi and the strength of your Wi-Fi, making sure that everything is copacetic. It's possible, maybe your Wi-Fi is not up to par in this moment. You can go ahead with the recording, but later they're gonna ask you to send them another Wi-Fi test and test off your network speed. So if for whatever reason it's not working or it won't let you pass, you can choose the option skip, and that will skip the IT test, which you will have to complete later. All right, so this screen is for your rehearsing. Now, read the instructions. It says it is not recorded. You can stay in the classroom as long as you like until you're confident. So once you enter this one time, this is your practice session. This is how you make sure that your head is, or your screen is capturing what you want. Make sure your arms aren't cut off. Make sure your head's not cut off. Make sure your props are in the webcam area. Click Ready to Rehearse, and that will pop you into the classroom. Here you have a couple of pop-ups that give you little hints on how to manage the classroom turn off the mic, give behavior cards, mute the students, send a message, mute individually. So just click through those. Again, don't stress too much about knowing about all of the platform right now. Focus on showing the good teacher technique skills. Later on, they'll have a mentoring session where they show you how to use those tools. Here in the PowerPoint slide, these are compulsory questions that they want, the basic interview questions that they would ask you when a live interview. Introduce yourself, talk about your strengths, make sure you discuss in detail all of your strengths, your experiences teaching, and your strengths and weaknesses, just general. How did you find out about SayAbc? When are you available to start teaching? If you don't have a referring teacher, please let them know that Danielle Iwata was the way you found out about SayAbc, and you can give them my code EGGGC. I really appreciate it. Thanks. Then, this is the demo, the most important part. Now again, like I mentioned, make sure you choose only one. So if you want to teach level 0, you would click through to 0. If you want to teach level 1, it says page 16. You could use the tool here to jump to the page that you want, or level 2 is page 26. Once you've taught, please make sure you click the return button. You click that to exit and submit your recorded demo. So make sure that in your recorded interview that you have your camera and your microphone open. Such a shame if you've taught your whole interview on mute. So make sure both your camera and your mic are open. This is the one time I'm entering to rehearse. Once I exit, and you can re-enter this classroom as many times as you want. Come and go again as many times as you want for the next 30 minutes. So you have 26 minutes remaining to come in and out of the classroom in this rehearsal phase. It pairs backwards like that. It pairs backwards to me. It is not a pairing backwards to the student. This is my self-recording of the screen. It looks backwards, but don't worry, it's not. Remember, you only have 30 minutes, okay? So usually I wouldn't stress too much unless you did something majorly wrong. Just submit it. There is no perfect demo interview, so just go ahead and submit it. Now, of course, if you're doing the recording and you just are not happy, you can actually switch to live at any point during the time. So if you don't want to do the recorded option anymore, you can click to switch to live, and there you will get to schedule a live interview. Hope that was helpful. That was my explanation of the live and the recorded interview options. There is no perfect interview. There is no perfect demo. Don't try to be perfect. Just have fun with it and practice. If you've practiced and truly made an effort, for example, practice recording yourself and then watch the playback of yourself and say, what can I work on? Make sure you have the good lighting, good props, SayAbc logo there, and just go for it. I know it's nerve-wracking, this kind of an interview. It's not a typical interview where it's just questions and tell me about your qualifications. No, it's perform right now. But I wouldn't suggest postponing it because this is a great opportunity. This is a great job. They are expanding so much. The more you postpone your interview, you're missing out on the fun and the teaching and the students and the additional income that you could be making. So if you need any help with your interview, if you have any doubts, feel free to reach me. My email is below. And no matter what, whether you do live or recorded, you want to really make sure you knock your interview out of the park. You want to do your best job. So practice, practice, practice. If you did not sign up with my referral link, you can still add me up until your interview. Passing your interview, there won't be a chance to add me. So whether you do live or recorded, just let them know that Danielle Iwata, my code EGGGC, is your referring teacher, and just shoot me an email once you do so I can be in touch with you. I have a couple of documents and tips and tricks that I specifically send to my referees to help them along in the process. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to connecting with you. Happy teaching. Bye-bye.